Good morning on this great Sunday morning. This is Dr. Mark, animal advocate, author, journalist, and speaker. I wish to open today's sermon with a story. Several years ago, I came across an animal that clearly needed help. Nothing dramatic at first glance. No loud cries, no chaos, just an animal quietly struggling. And what struck me most was not the condition of the animal, but the realization that many people had likely passed by before I arrived. I remember thinking, how long has this been happening? And more importantly, how many people saw this and kept going? That moment stayed with me. This week, we have talked about caring. We have talked about responsibility, and we've talked about waiting. Today, I want to bring all of that together. Scripture tells us in Proverbs 3:27, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act. That verse does not say when it is convenient, does not say when someone else steps in. It says when it is in your power to act. We live in a world where caring has become a feeling instead of a response. People feel compassion, but stop there. They say, this breaks my heart, and believe that emotion alone is enough. But Scripture never defines love as a feeling. It defines love as an action. In James 2:16, we are warned plainly, if one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? That verse was written about people, but the truth applies to all of God's creation. Words without action do not comfort the suffering. Intentions do not rescue the vulnerable. And waiting when help is needed now carries a cost. Animals don't understand our reasons. They don't know we were busy. They do not know we were afraid of getting involved. They only know whether help arrived or did not. And I want to say something gently this morning. Most harm does not come from cruelty. It actually comes from delay, from people waiting for someone else, from responsibility being passed quietly from one person to another, from the hope that the situation will resolve itself. But Jesus taught us something very different. In Matthew 25, when he speaks of judgment, he does not ask what we believed or what we felt. He asks what we did. I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was in need and you responded. And when the righteous ask when they did these things, Jesus answers, whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. Animals may not speak our language, but they are among the least protected, the most dependent, and the most vulnerable of God's creation. How we respond to them reveals the condition of our heart. Caring is not complicated, responsibility is not mysterious, and compassion is not meant to be delayed. It is meant to move us, not to save the world, but to refuse to walk past suffering when it is placed before us. So this morning, I leave you with a simple reflection. When God places need in your path, it is not an accident, and waiting is still a choice. May we be people whose faith is visible, whose compassion is active, and whose love does not hesitate when action is needed. Thank you for listening. This is Dr. Mark. I will be here every Sunday morning with another message drawn from Scripture and the soul. I hope you'll join me, and until then, may your heart stay tender and your actions reflect compassion. Good day, and God bless.